Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's here. I'm off. Last week, my friends, I showed you this very awesome, and I mean it, Western, budget, beginner-friendly PCP rifle by Pinty, the P-Force rifle. It was pure fun, straight out of the box. As promised, today we'll instead have a good look at this other rifle by Pinty, the futuristic P-Force Tactical. And if it reminds you of an Air Force Texan rifle, well, my friends, surely it's pure coincidence, or maybe a tribute, I don't know. I actually never shot an Air Force Texan rifle, but I will give you that the bodywork looks pretty similar. All right, let's start with our very far away glitter targets, one of my favorite. We are at 150 feet, that is about 50 meters, 50 yards from the glitter, and then we'll keep going. Today we're shooting a variety of 22 caliber pellets, kindly provided by High Quality and Precision brand rifle. Look at the diversity. They have 8 boxes of various pellets and 2 boxes of medium and heavy hollow point slugs. Thank you so much, Rifle, for sending all this. Unlike its Western version that shoots a 10-round magazine, the tactical version is a 1-shooter, meaning that you have to load each shot into the breech. All right, 10% ballistic gel time. Now, with the rifle version in the last video, as you saw, we shot it more on the left side, and we emptied out a magazine. And I want to compare it with this rifle. So I have the same pellets. These are Crosman Piranha pellets. I painted them red, so we'll see the difference, and hopefully I'll be able to shoot them on the right side, and we'll compare the penetration between the two rifles. And we are at exactly 100 feet, just about 30 meters or 30 yards. It would appear that the two rifles have the exact same penetration power, proved by this 10% ballistic gel block. As you see, they all kind of stopped in this line right here, which is about 6 to 7 inches deep into this 10% ballistic gel. And look at that. So Western rifle, tactical rifle. Guys, don't skip forward, and please allow me to tell you about today's video sponsor, Aura. I'll make it very short and simple for you. There are people out there called data brokers whose job is to retain all your personal information and to sell it to spammers or scammers, just to name a few. That's why millions of Americans are hit by identity theft every year and often pay dearly for the consequences. Well, Aura is an all-in-one app that safely monitors your entire online activity. I'm talking banking, social security number, email accounts, passwords, anything that can be compromised. Aura will keep a steady eye on, and as soon as it detects foul play, it springs into action. It warns you immediately, but above all, Aura has the power to remove you from all those shady lists that contain your information and to keep you off of them, restoring your complete privacy over your data. Don't take my word for it. Try it for free. With the code aura.com/airgun here below and in the description, you will get a 14-day free trial. Trust me, in that short time, you'll be shocked by what Aura will uncover for you. I hope not, but you never know. Give it a try. aura.com/airgun, and thank you so much, Aura, for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, what time is it? It's coconut time. So for the coconut, I thought we'd use these dome pellets right here. They are 18.36 grain. And if those don't penetrate our coconut enough, then we'll switch these slugs. They are hollow point, nevertheless, they are quite heavy, 20.52 grain. And as always, the coconut from 100 feet. All right, first shot at the coconut with these domed pellets. Nice. Okay, let's try to go straight to the slugs instead. Hollow points. A little bit more to the left. Did that one just bounce off or something? Let's try the slug again. Oh, now we got it. All right, they both seem quite damaging, so let's go back to the pellet. Ooh. Look at that power. All right, my friends, look at this. This is done with 22 caliber pellets. We completely destroyed this coconut from 30 meters, 30 yards, 100 feet with these tiny pellets, and occasionally with a slug or two. Just incredible. These, by the way, are very, very, very hard shelled coconuts from Mexico. Again, I mean, the shell is hard. I don't know how else to tell you. Let's do a quick walk around the rifle now to have a look at its features. Starting from the rear, I know I mentioned this in my last video that I preferred tube tanks to bottle ones. And as you see, this is a bottle tank. But it's almost like a bottle in disguise, as it really looks like an actual buttstock with this padded shoulder plate and nicely painted homogenically with the rest of the rifle. The tank holds 350 cc's of pressurized air. Now, it is written it's a 250 bar or 3,600 psi tank, but it looks like you can go all the way to 4,500 psi. As you see, the gauge only stays in the mid-yellow despite me filling it up to 3,600 psi, but we'll just follow what the manual says. Of course, you fill it up through this filling probe down here. Moving up, on the bottle's neck we have two gauges. Yes indeed, this rifle is regulated. So we have this regulator gauge here, while on the other side we have this more colorful fill gauge. Now, with the safety switch, you need to pay attention. This is the arrow that points to the selection. Don't go by the position of the lever itself. Go for the little arrow. Staying on the left side, further down, we have the hammer spring adjusting knob, which is super cool as you can actually see the spring gaining tension as you rotate the knob. I saw this in other videos and I had the same problem. The bolt was not smooth at all. It kept jamming all the time. But that's actually a very easy fix, just with a few drops of silicone oil right along the bolt. And finally, the P-Force Tactical comes with this short moderator. I love it when they come already included, and when they actually work, of course. I can attest that this rifle is as quiet as a mouse. Flipping it over to the other side, again, we have the tank's fill gauge, and of course, the cocking bolt. You pull the bolt forward and there's the loading tray. As we said, this is a single shooter, so we must place a pellet at a time when shooting. And of course, what stands out the most of this rifle is this elevated Picatinny rail and all the rails that it has all over the place. It even has this comfortable flat bottom grip. The barrel is 16.1 inches long or 41 centimeters, and the overall length is 35.5 inches or 90 centimeters. I am so happy to be using this very cool scope. Guys, you'll be seeing a lot of it from now on. My friends, check out this DNT Optics 5 to 20 times ZULUS HD scope. Look how compact it is. It is also compact with features. And of course, the one I'm most interested in is the HD video recording. But there's so much technology in this thing, it is scary. And they even just released a new model. Well, we have seen that this rifle seems to be pretty accurate, at least up to 150 feet, the 50 meter mark or 50 yards. But now let's try to get it into detail and see if we can get actually any groups on our target sheet down there. And a little quick thing about the previous video, I had mounted, and that is my dyslexic brain, I had mounted the mount of the scope the other way around. Thanks to some of you guys, some of my viewers, particularly thank you to Igor, that made me notice that I actually in fact had mounted it the other way around. So this is the correct way to mount this beautiful scope on this beautiful rifle, which in fact makes it a lot easier to operate. And let's stop talking and start shooting some groups, hopefully. We'll go for the bullseye. Guys, I created a second channel. It's called Away from the Alley. It won't be anything about air guns. It's a side channel to this one, more about what goes on in my life as a news cameraman, adventures and stuff like that. So if you're interested and want to have a look, please feel free to go look, subscribe. It's still very much in the infant stage, but again, I hope to develop it more and more and more away from the alley. Also, guys, thank you so much to the channel's members and supporters. You guys, I mean, your tangible support every month is honestly priceless. And I really don't know how to thank all of you guys. So thank you so much to all my channel's members. For those of you who are new to PCP, let me replay you a piece from last week's video where I explained the basics on how to fill these things. So how does PCP work? Well, first of all, PCP stands for pre-charged pneumatic. And of course, that means that we fill up our tank. As we said, this is a tube tank, and we fill it up with high pressured air. Now, there's various ways to do that. The first one, which is the most, I guess, the free way or the cheapest way is by using a specific pump. Now, this looks like a bicycle pump, but it's far from it. It's a specific pump for these type of rifles because you really have to pressurize high PSI levels. So again, the pump is a way. Now, it's personally it's my least favorite as it's exhausting. You need hundreds and hundreds of pumps just to fill up a tank, and it's just generally exhausting. The second and probably the most common way to fill these up is with a compressor. Again, these are not the compressors that you find in a hardware store. These are specific high PSI compressors. Now, this gun being only 3,600 PSIs, you can actually buy smaller compressors, which are really cheap. You can find them within the $100 range. And you don't need one of those bigger compressors up to 4,500 PSI, for example. So the compressor is the main, one of the main ways to fill them up. However, you do need an electricity outlet in order to fill them, to connect it. Of course, now they make them also in a way that you can attach them to your car battery to power them. But bottom line, you need electricity for that. And finally, the tank. This, guys, is the quickest way to refill when you are in the field. However, you are limited, obviously, to the capacity of your tank. Time to get some numbers. We will be putting this rifle through the chronograph and we will measure the speed of the pellets in feet per second. We are shooting 18.3 grain pellets. I am not going to do a shot count. Literally, the manual says that this thing will shoot hundreds and hundreds of shots with one fill. I can attest that I've shot several dozens with one fill and the gun kept going. So again, also being a single shooter, I'm just not going to do a shot count. I'm going to shoot about 10 rounds and we'll see what kind of power we get. As always, on the bottom left of the screen of the chronograph, you will see the foot-pound energy, and let's get shooting. All right, very consistent in the 800s, mid 800s feet per second with an average of 30 foot-pound energy. All right, folks. I had a ton of fun shooting this rifle. I mean, I have fun shooting pretty much everything I shoot on this channel, but again, this was awesome. Great long range with a kick. I mean, as you saw, we had some power in this thing, great accuracy, fun all around. Now, I'll be honest with you, between this one and the Western version, the rifle version, I like that one so much better. I mean, to be honest, I like that one better than so many other PCP rifles, not just against this one. They're so budget. Unfortunately, I can't say more, but they are really, really a steal. So just awesome all around. And yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you thought of this rifle, and if you haven't seen the other video, the Western version, I will leave it right here, and make sure you go check that one out. Let me know what you thought of it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking that like button if you did indeed like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one.